Deseret News Rewind is presented by Hagen and Associates, a full-service law firm dedicated to winning for you. Call them now for a free consultation. Welcome to Deseret News Rewind, the football award show presented by Hagen and Associates, but brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
That's right, Dusty. Here we celebrate the best of the best, right? It's like Top Gun, Utah High School Sports Edition. If you want to be the best of the best, there's no better place to learn than the Utah Army National Guard. Learn how to be a team player, learn about leadership, learn about selfless service. Over 150 different career path options available, up to $20,000 signing bonuses available for some of those paths, and $20,000 a year in educational assistance. No better place than Utah Army National Guard. To learn more, visit www.nationalguard.com.
You know, sometimes we don't know. We want to be a team player. I mean, sometimes we're too much of a team player and people take advantage of us, and we need people on our side.
Yeah.
Justin Heideman's always on your side. Heideman and Associates, they'll give you a free legal consultation, not $1 out of your pocket. Give them a call. Let them know Deseret News Rewind sent you. Go to www.utah.law. And can't say anymore. I've known Justin forever. He'll take care of you, I promise you. Let him know the Deseret News Rewind sent you in. All right, these are the big awards.
That's right.
They're not more important than anybody else, but they're the ones that cause the most consternation.
Sure.
Yeah, they get people a little worked up. It's going to be a fun one.
That's right.
But you had a thought first.
Well, I was just going to say, we want to make sure we clarify.
Oh, yeah, let's clarify the
everyone,
awards.
right?
Yep.
We really appreciate the fan voting. It makes it so much fun and so great to hear your voice, who you think is most deserving of some of these awards. But that's not the only thing we take into consideration. We talk to coaches, we talk amongst ourselves. Even Preston had a say in this. Small one.
A very small
one.
one.
Very small one. But,
Vince had a bigger one, but Preston has a small
Preston,
one.
a small one. He's out there. He sees stuff. But we really want to thank you for your participation and voting in this. We couldn't do it without you. But, you know, we come back, we talk, we figure out where this is all going to go, and excited to be able to announce our final award winners.
Yeah, and time allows this clarification too.
Yes,
so let's get to it. First of all, let's start with Mr. Rewind, here with the 2019 Mr. Rewind. Cole Hagen, our 2018 Offensive Player of the Year. You're the first one in the history of our awards show to win 2 awards. On football, anyway. But Cole, talk about this year. What was different this year for you from last year?
I mean, really just the preparation going into the start of the year. Just as a team, we all really dialed it in, even to a higher level than the year before, and I think that really helped us out going throughout the season.
Cole, I mean, I was having this conversation a couple weeks ago with someone. I was like, he went 28-0. I mean, you just don't hear a lot of quarterbacks that go through their high school career and don't lose a start. What does that, I mean, when you think back on your high school career, does that mean anything to you? Like, how special is that for you that you went 28-0 as a starting quarterback?
I mean, you know, it's definitely something special, something that I take pride in. I think that's pretty cool. But I mean, it definitely doesn't happen without great teammates. I mean, there's definitely games where, you know, other people really stepped up and we wouldn't have won without them. So, I mean, it's by no means all me, but.
Talk about this year, because the beginning of the year might not have gone the way you wanted it to. We were looking at before. I mean, Orem was a tough game for in your standards, especially. I mean, what was different this year for you? Maybe to get back on track? Was it missing John Mitchell? What took you a little bit at the beginning of the year to kind of find your stride?
I mean, you know, that was definitely a little part of it. But just as an offense, getting in sync, we had a lot of new guys. Lost quite a few seniors from the year before. So just getting in a rhythm, you know, in game is way different than practice. So it just took a little bit to get us going.
Kind of along those same lines, but just curious, you know, people watch Corner Canyon play in that offense and you guys up and down the field scoring a lot of points, and some might feel like that's easy. What was the greatest challenge for you in your time as a quarterback here at Corner Canyon? What was that, you know, adversity that you look back on and think, oh man, that was great that I was able to overcome that, push through that?
I mean, just kind of when I was a couple years ago as a younger quarterback, when Coach Kerr first came over, just kind of learning the scheme. I mean, you know, we definitely have a lot of stuff going on. You know, it's hard for us to even keep track of it. So just kind of getting to learn all of that. You know, I mean, it's a great scheme once you know it. I mean, it works pretty well. So
I'm going to ask you, because you've had a little bit of time to process a little bit. What's one play? Maybe you can give us 2. I'll give you 2 plays that you think back on. You're like, man, it just keeps running through your head, or you like to replay in your mind.
Well,
don't give me an incomplete pass. I mean, I don't
well, I mean, obviously, I mean, I have to say the game winner against Lone Peak, right? I mean, that's definitely one, especially throwing it to my brother Cody. That was probably one of my favorite plays. I mean, that's easily number one. Number two, hate to pick on Lone Peak again, but the first play of the semi game, that long one to Talmadge Hanley, those two are probably the two that I look back on as key plays.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, Cole, first guy to go Offensive Player of the Year in the Mr. Rewind with us. But congratulations, and we know you're going to be successful wherever you go, but appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Cole.
Thanks.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
I said in one of the videos, I'm not a popular vote guy. Electoral college is there for a reason, okay?
Very good reason.
A very, very good reason, okay? Because it's not that Noah's not deserving. We'll take care of it. But Cole Hagen, undefeated, unstoppable, unflappable, and he wins back-to-back state championships. That's not even taking into account last year. What he did this year in the toughest classification, the toughest schedule in this state, top to bottom, was perfect.
And people aren't going to appreciate the pressure that was on Cole Hagen. You know, he didn't get off to a great start this year, and you talked to Corner Canyon. They changed some things. This was not a seamless junior or senior year for him, right? They changed some things, so it took him a couple weeks to kind of get his feet under him, get real comfortable. But man, once he did, look out. By the way, he lost his best options, right?
Yeah.
He's introducing practically a whole new receiving core, and he just picks up right where he left off. Meanwhile, he loses his running back late in the year, so now he's got to run the football. I know, by the way, Cole had a pretty significant injury in the playoffs. Not a lot of people knew about that. Played through it. You never would have known. Why? Because he's Cole Hagen. He goes 28-0, never loses a start, finishes off his sophomore really helping them in their playoff run to finish that thing off, and then wins back-to-back state championships, the first in school history. You mentioned it. Noah Sewell's a heck of a player. Trust us, we're going to take care of it.
Yeah.
But Cole Hagen, what he did in his time at Corner Canyon, he left his stamp on this program. And, boy, just cannot speak enough about what he has meant to Corner Canyon.
Well, we had to just give you one more note on this. We talked to a coach off the record, and he said, hey, I heard about Hagen being injured. And this is what happened. He goes, and I also heard what he played through. He goes, I want that guy on my team.
Yeah.
It flipped it flipped my opinion of Cole Hagen.
Yep.
You know, this kid, he is the All-American kid. We joke about it. He even smells good after a game. It is true.
It's true.
Not even joking.
Lived that experience.
Yeah, it's
it's
absolutely
true. Yeah.
But he is one tough son of a gun.
He is.
As Mark Schlereth would say, he's just a football playing Jesse.
Yep.
He is really, really good. All right, enough of that explanation. Let's get to, we gave you Mr. Rewind. Let's get to our most unheralded player of the year.
Here with Naki Leha, and Naki, want to congratulate you for being named our Deseret News Rewind's most unheralded player of the year. Congratulations on a big year.
Thanks, man. It means a lot, bro. It means a lot.
So, you know, would love to talk to you a little bit. Kearns, this feels like running back high school in the state of Utah. You think of all the great running backs that have come through, and now you've got this young sophomore, one of the top rushers in 6A. What was this year like for you playing football here at Kearns?
It was more than I asked for, man. It was truly a great blessing, especially with all the coaches, you know, teaching me, you know, kind of improving my game, and especially learning from my older brothers, Sean and Finau. You know, he taught me a lot too, and you know, kind of got me ready for the upcoming years. So yeah.
Big year for Kearns. I mean, we talk about you, obviously, and the year you had, I think it was 1,700 yards rushing or thereabouts. Yeah. You had Lind at quarterback, off Fatasi, Boss. I mean, you had a ton of options this year. How fun was that to be a key contributor in this offense?
Man, bro, I can't use any words to explain it, man. It was good. It was a good thing, you know, playing with a bunch of talented kids, you know, but honestly, you got to give it up to the front five, especially front five, you know. They did a lot for me, you know. Even if they didn't make any holes for me, man, I kind of did my own thing, but yeah.
You guys win region again. You also get a first-round playoff bye this year. How big was that for Kearns, and to be able to win a playoff game against Hunter and to be able to be in that game against Lone Peak? What does that say about where this program is and what's ahead for you guys?
Man, what it means a lot, especially for this for our team. But honestly, I don't know what to say. But hey, man, we did it. We did it for sure. We did what we needed to do. I felt like we really played as a team. You know, kind of got to where we needed to be. And if it wasn't for Coach Rickers, man, we probably would have made it this far. So, yeah, shout out to Coach Rickards for sure.
He's done a fantastic job of building this program. And Naki, you were most unheralded this year. We didn't talk about you a ton, but boy, you're going to be on the radar for years to come. We're excited to see you finish out your career here for Coach Rickards and Kearns.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, all I got to say, man, hey, I got 2 more years, baby. So, hey, I'll be here all year, man. So, hey, man, y'all got to come watch my games, man. But, yeah, man, thanks for coming out, man. Truly a blessing to receive this award, but I got to work harder, for the next coming years. But, yeah, man, thanks for coming out.
Hey, we love it. We'll be here. Naki, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
This typically goes in this direction.
It does.
The Naki Leha is very unheralded.
Very unheralded. And you look at what this young man did. I'm going to start calling it running back high school. Is there a high school that puts out more quality running backs than Kearns?
It's getting there. It's
Not in the
pushing
last
it.
5-6 years, right?
Kalila was our offensive player of the year a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We talk about Finau.
Yeah.
That's why he got it.
Yep.
So there's others.
And, I mean, you look at this, and this is a young man, just a sophomore, by the way. Your second leading rusher in 6A. Your second rushing touchdown leader in 6A. By the way, good enough to help this team get a first-round bye. And Kearns is no longer that Region 2 team, right? You don't have to worry about Kearns football. And, that says a lot about Coach Rickards. And I love Naki giving credit to Coach Rickards and his offensive line and his quarterback. This is a young man, he talked about, hey, I still got more years. Come out to Kearns, watch him play. Go out to Kearns and watch him play. He is an absolute stud, a physical beast, great speed. He's going to be the next great Kearns running back. Schools are going to be on this kid. Get out and watch him play while you have a shot, because he's going to be a really fantastic talent coming out of the state.
Absolutely. Well, you think we're missing something? We're not. I promise. We've been teased. We teased at the top.
Yeah.
Look, we did the votes.
Yep.
And Noah Sewell was injured at the beginning of the year. He played the last 4 games of the regular season. He impacts the game everywhere. Every coach, all 3 coaches we talked to, made sure to ask
every
him,
one of them,
amongst others, how big of an impact does he make? And every one of them, they all played against him.
Yeah.
No, Coach Kerr didn't get to see him, but he knew he makes an impact everywhere. Everywhere on the field. And he's not going home empty-handed. He's not heading to Oregon empty-handed after the Army All-American game. So what did we do? Because we want to make sure we give him his due, because he is so good. We didn't give him an offensive player of the year, wasn't defensive player of the year. Mr. Rewind was tough for us to make the decision. We gave him another award. We didn't want to be Coes.
Yep.
I'm not giving the Barry Sanders, Brett Favre Co. MVP in '97. Come on, give me a break. We created another award.
Yep.
The most outstanding player of the year, Noah Sewell. All right, here with our most outstanding player of the year, Noah Sewell.
Thank you.
Noah, first of all, I know what a great honor this must be for you. When you look back on your career in high school, Desert Hills, and Orem, I mean, can you kind of just encapsulate what it's been like for you the last 4 years?
It's been one crazy ride. I mean, just a little kid from the islands, just came to the stateside and just didn't know what to expect. And my dad gave me the helmet and just balled out from there.
Is there going to be any room in the Sewell house for a plaque like this after your brother's Outland Trophy and Pac-12 player? I mean, all kinds of stuff going on.
Definitely throw out the Outland Trophy, I mean, and just put that right in front of it probably. But no, it's just we'll find a spot for this.
Talk about your time here at Orem. 2 seasons, 2 state championships for you. And what is there a moment or anything that kind of comes to your mind this last year that kind of encapsulates your time here at Orem?
It's been a great time. I mean, met a lot of people here, built relationships, and just the teammates I got to play with. I'm very grateful to call them my teammates.
Now you've had some time to kind of reflect on beating Timpview in a state championship. I'm sure you know what that means to beat Timpview in a state championship. Not many have done it. They've won so many. Now that you've had some time, what kind of goes through your mind when you think about being able to pull that off here at Orem High?
We're just going through it again. It's just kind of crazy. I mean, just hearing about Timpview and Orem, it's just been a rivalry game, and it's just do that on the biggest stage at the Rice School stadiums. It's just kind of crazy.
Well, let's talk about the next phase for you, because there is a big one. You can go play with your brother up at Oregon. A lot of people wonder what position are you expecting to go up and play up in Eugene?
Linebacker mostly, but then I talked to Coach Cristobal and just used me as a wildcat.
You're going to go wildcat. Miles Jack did that really, really well. I mean, he was the Pac-12 player, the freshman of the year, doing both ways. How fun is it going to be for you to go play with Penny?
Crazy. I mean, we talked about this since we were little. Like, it's just crazy that we're living it right now.
Yeah, well, First of all, congratulations, Noah. Glad you got healthy, and best of luck to you up at Oregon. I know I said a lot before we went in this interview, but this kid's going to prove to be could very well prove to be one of the best players leave the state of Utah.
Very well might be. And the amazing thing is, and this is part of our debate, he missed so much of the season with that injury. So where does that line come in? But yet, if it's not for Noah Sewell, they don't win a state championship, right? And it was interesting because we talked about guys and how do you try to scheme against Noah? And they're like, he's just so impactful on both sides. You look at what he does. There's not a lot of guys his size that have the speed he has. How do you tackle this young man? Meanwhile, it was interesting talking with the guys about what's the moment. I mean, Chase Hopkins, we asked him, what's the moment you're going to remember? He's like, Noah Sewell. I remember going up against that guy, and he is legit. And you leave your footprint, and you see what he was able to do at Orem High School these last couple of years, and really, really impressive. Excited for his future at Oregon and see where he fits in on that team. And they're going to have a choice. Hey, where do we want him? Because he's a young man that fits in at a lot of different spots. And really excited to be able to create this new award. This is not unprecedented. We've done this before. Yeah. It's an award in basketball. We have an opportunity to make an award in football. And Noah, it's been a blast to watch you play, and can't wait for you to get to Eugene and tear up the Pac-12 and really help take that program to the next level.
He's got some big shoes to go after, but congratulations, Cole Hagen, Naki Leha, and Noah Sewell getting the big 3 awards of what we give out. But go look at the other ones. The 6A and 5A award shows are also up as well. Let us know what you think. Yeah. You might not agree, that's fine. They're done. So, but we're so pleased with these young men. We're so excited for what you've given us as a fan base, and we'll be back. Basketball coverage, go look at those videos as well. But I want to thank the Utah Army National Guard being a supporter of what we do. It's about consistency. And there's not 3 more consistent guys than these guys. There's some others out there as well. But congratulations. Football season, sad to say it's over. But signing day video will be coming out in February. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching the Deseret News Award shows for the football season on Deseret.com.